Pushing on and go, climb these hills. I'm reaching for the heights and chasing all the lights that shine. And when they let you down, you'll get up off the ground. 'Cause morning rolls around and it's another day of sun.
Alright, so hello everyone and welcome back to Project Ozone 3, Mythic mode. In the last episode, we got ourselves our first Chaos Plank, which required a whole bunch of different automations and whatnot. And so in between the episodes, I've been grinding away a lot to wrap up some of the other crafts. Like for example, all these like metals. I have all the Bear Huntian that we're gonna need. Aristotleite is still cooking and Casadorian as well. Sayegnatite, I've just now requested the rest of them. And other than those, I think we're also missing the Guilty Pools. Although thankfully, as you saw in the beginning, I did grind out all the runes of mana that we need for that. And just so that you know how long that took, I started off with about 9 stacks of Gaia ingots, and this is how much we have left. So yeah, I'd say more than 300 Gaias have been killed by now. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up the crafting for all of those. Alright, so there's 28 of those. Alright, now moving on. Besides all of that, all I've done in between the episodes is add a super massive CPU here, which has 12 million bytes. Because as you might have noticed, the crafts for these metals here, let's say Aristotleite for example, it takes 5 million bytes, which is kind of crazy. So I thought I might as well get a big CPU for that, and we're gonna be good with that. And actually, let's see, how many do we need of these Aristotelites? 36 more is what we need. Of course, I only have the one CPU for this. Hold up. Yeah, so we're gonna have to wait on this metal to finish up first, which is fine. Oh yeah, and as you saw in the beginning montage, I've been kind of like filling in these gaps that we have around the base. So like this one right here, which just looks into the void. I really hate looking at those gaps. I don't like my base having these like weird gaps where it just looks into the void. It looks bad on the minimap. It looks bad on paper. And so I thought I might as well just fill those in. Since today is obviously the finale, we're wrapping up the series soon. We want to have a finished base, of course. So yeah, I've been doing that pretty much all over the place. If you look from the minimap, there's no air gaps anymore. Oh yeah, and any hallways that don't lead anywhere. So like this one where we were gonna have some more automations this way, but I actually don't think we need to anymore. We've pretty much automated everything that we can or that we need to. It's just a case of building up the resources and actually requesting the items. So yeah, any hallways that were gonna lead to any more expansions have been covered up. Oh, except this one for some reason. Okay, yeah, there we go. So I guess now let's continue on filling out more of this recipe. Obviously, it's already filled out. We just need to actually get the rest of the materials that we didn't craft enough of last time, like the runes of darkness and also the wands of animation. I guess we can start off with the Lordcraft things. I might as well get those out of the way since I know it's going to be painful. Oh, and Earth Staff, of course. Yeah, that needs 32 mana infused ingots per, which is actually quite painful to craft. I think, you know what? I've been avoiding it for a while now, but I'm going to give in to making the arcane construct. Yeah, screw the Lordcraft grind. I don't care anymore. Let me gather up all these materials and then we'll be back. And there we go. Ooh, purple. That's awesome. Alright, so since I didn't really have space in the multi-blocks room, I decided to just put this thing in the Lordcraft area, which I guess makes a little bit more sense. Okay, so now we should deal with the inputs and outputs. There's 3 fluids that we want: Life Essence, Abyssal Night, and Starlight. I'm just gonna fill the input hatches. That's what, 2 million buckets? That's gonna last forever, basically. And then for the item inputs and outputs, a couple porcupines will do the job just fine. Obviously, since we want interfaces here to be able to auto-craft, I already have an ME connection here. And then we'll extract out of the output hatch back into the interface to finish the crafts. Alright, so now let's encode a couple patterns here. And so now if I want like 10 of these, oh nice, it does work. Is the output being extracted? Yes, it is. Awesome. Alright. There's also a couple more patterns like the infused amplification rod. Oh, and heavy crystals as well. We can encode all of this stuff. So yeah, this is awesome. I think I will need 1,000 mana infused ingots. So let's order those. And then like 30 of these amplification rods. Oh, also for the runes of darkness, we'll want to automate crystalline stone, which we can do. Awesome. And Lordic stone we already have automated. We can even autocraft the defensive version of these runes. And now all that's left is to just wait. I might as well request things like the Casadorian while I'm waiting. Have that going in the background. And yeah, no, now I'm gonna go and AFK a little bit and then we'll be right back. Huh? Terra's runestone? Well, I officially never want to see another unstackable item in my life. I just had to make 28 wands of animation, a stack of dark runes, and and even this metal right here has the unstackable vials in its recipe. Well, anyways, at least now we can get a couple more chaos planks. Looks like I can get 10 more, which actually means we can also start working on the Omen ingot. Remember, we need 4 of these for the creative chest, which is 6 chaos planks each. The rest of the materials though aren't that bad. Even these flowers from Botania, which need runes, because remember, I fought the Gaia like 300 times. We have plenty of runes to play with. Might as well start with the flowers then. We should only need 12 of these. Yep, as I thought, that was super easy. And I also got some other garbage here, while also pinning the rest of the garbage that we're missing. Let's start off with the growth lenses, since they're easy enough. Oh yeah, there's one more item from Astral that we need, which is the Celestial Gateway, so let's get that as well. Oh, and a little bit later, I also realized we had some other stuff, like the Dread Fragments and Antlion Eggs already. Okay, next up, let's do the Nuclear Craft Fuel. Looks like we're out of Neptunium-237, which is the other part of this fuel. But that's fine, we can just melt it down, tank it, and then we can form it. Yep, there you go. And then we can even melt down the fuel and form that instead. Although we don't even actually need to do that, because you can just ingot form the depleted fuel, which is the one that we need anyway. So that's pretty cool. Okay, but it is a lot of heat. I think it's these graphite blocks that are responsible. Okay, nope, we're still positive on the heat, but I think I can turn it off fast. Yeah, okay, it should be fine then. Yep, there we go. And we can form it as usual. Oh yeah, and this has to be infused with oxygen. All right, now we need this lightning velocity block, which is a bunch of this stuff, and velocity blocks, which is bio velocity. I only have 2 of this from some sort of Erebus mob. I don't actually know which one. I guess I've got a little bit of figuring out to do. Aha, that's the mob we're looking for. Solifuges. Yep, so let me farm these guys for a little bit. We should see them, yep, dropping the velocities. Oh, and from all that, we only got 1 supernatural velocity. Well, I guess I got a little bit more grinding left. So I'll see you when that's done. We're out of CPUs. Oh, we can request 20. Okay, so welcome back. It has been quite a little bit of time later, and so a couple things have been done. First of all, we're now requesting the rest of the Cazadorian that we need, and we can also get all the Aristotelites, but I don't have any CPUs, so I'm requesting 20 right now, and then I'll request the rest later. Back on the Erebus side of things, I got myself one of these Killer Joes, which run off of nutrient distillation, and it's basically like a mob crusher that can use whatever tool you give it. So I gave it my Sword of the Cosmos, because it has looting 50, so that we can get the bioluminescence. Although I don't think it actually works, because look at how much loot. I've been farming this for like 10 minutes or something. And oh my goodness, wait. We're done. There we go. I was about to say that I don't think the supernatural velocities get affected by looting. But yeah, anyways, there you go. I also made myself this little setup with the Gaian gems. I noticed we needed those for the Omen ingots. Just an impulse hopper with a mechanical user to place in the items. Although I don't think you can extract the Gaian gems automatically. Which I mean is fine. We only needed 9 of these. 8 of them for the Omen ingots and then 1 extra to dupe later. Anyways, give me my sword back. We don't need this anymore. And I might as well leave the setup here. I don't really care. Although wait a minute. Let me make sure we're not screwed. Okay, yeah, no, we're good. We can totally animate the block. Oh, but this one also has a bug texture, which means we need a mechanical miner to actually fix it, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, and with that, actually, there's our first Omen ingot. Nice. I don't think this is a quest. Ah, okay. That's awesome. You know what? That's literally all I have to do now. I've basically finished everything. I just have to wait for all of the metals to come through so that I can craft the rest of the chaos planks, make those into the Omen ingots, and then that's literally it. That's the creative chest done, which feels a little bit weird to say. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll be back in a couple hours once this stuff is done, and then we'll probably be beating the pack by then. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, see you in a bit. So, hi. As you just saw, we are finally done with the Cazadorian metal. And by far, the longest part of this craft was the machine chassis. So yeah, a few moments ago, I went ahead and made this abomination. This is like 40 alloy smelters, all with stellar capacitors, and we're connecting them up with lasers. And with that, we actually only took like 30 minutes to craft the rest of the chassis, which was about like 200,000. So yeah, definitely make yourself a setup like that. Anyways, now we can remove this garbage and just keep our regular setup. Not that we need it anymore, but it's just so that the base is actually, well, not garbage looking. Anyways, we should have in the crate, yeah, all the materials we're gonna need now to craft up the remainder of the Cazadorian metals. So now we can actually craft the rest of the chaos planks. Let's quickly do that. And there we go. Now we should be able to fill in the rest of the Omen ingots. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And yes, we do have 5 chaos planks. 4 for the creative chest, and then 1 extra to dupe later. Because even though it seems like we're done after the creative chest, there's actually the creative ME cell that we can go for next, which I definitely want to do. So let's not get too excited yet. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and of course, obviously, I'm gonna need to get 2 of each items because we want 1 creative chest and then another one to dupe it for this cell. Yeah, that's the plan. So now let me actually try and execute it. This is literally the last episode of Project Ozone 3. Why are we still digging in the dirt for pebbles? Come on. Well, this is it, I think. This should be all the resources we're gonna need for 2 creative chests. Obviously, once we can dupe the chaos plank. But first, let's get this one. So there's the planks, the almond ingots, enhanced void, prism, chaos baubles, ore processing upgrade, skystone chest, and draconium chest in the middle. I should craft another one of these. Oh yeah, I forgot 2 items. Personal chest and large storage crate. Now let's see. Oh yeah, and the pebbles, of course. Now we're not missing anything. Oh my goodness. Sure is taking its time here. Oh my god, yes! There's the creative chest. Screenshot worthy for sure. Okay, wow. Let's go test this thing out. You can go right over there. So now any item that we already have, we can just put in and we get infinite amount. If I shift click, yeah, there you go. Oh, and I also just remembered there is a quest for this, but it requires you to do every single quest in the quest book. And honestly, I don't think it's worth it. It doesn't really matter. I guess just for the video, let me see if I can like try and cheat it in, or the quest that is. That way we get 1 final quest pop. Very cinematic indeed. Okay, well, I realized to do that, I'm gonna need to dig into the game files and stuff. I don't really feel like doing that right now, so it's whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll just add in my own. Here you go. Yup. Anyways, now we take our 1 remaining chaos plank, and there you go. We never have to worry about that ever again. And I also just realized we're missing a couple of things: more celestial gateways, more antlion eggs, and Gaian gems. That shouldn't be that bad. I already have a Gaian gem. I should have, yeah, more antlion eggs. Let's not forget another gateway. Dupe this stuff a little bit. There you go. That's the last omen ingot. Let's just get a couple more of those. Oh, this is awesome. And now we get our 2nd creative chest. And somehow I'm missing something. Hold up. Oh, right. It must be the chaos planks. And something else. Wait. Nice. There we go. Oh, there we go. And let me just get a couple more of those, please. Anybody want the creative chest? I've got plenty. Okay, now we can focus on this. There's nothing here that's going to give me any issues other than the Endless Pearls. We have no more of these, which means I'm going to have to do a little bit of shenanigans, try and steal one out of here. If only we were requesting slime pearls in the interface. I don't know why that got taken out. Anyways, there we go. That's my Endless Pearl. Get a couple more of those. Oh, and would you look at that? This is the mod pack's final attempt to throw at us a hurdle that we need to overcome. We need Crystal Binder, which is that whole calcium sulfate line. Unfortunately for it, I've mastered the arts of random nuclear craft liquid batch crafting. This is gonna be a breeze. There we go. That was incredibly easy. Now we get the binder and a little bit more. Get the elite plating and a little bit more. And with that, we have now fully completed the mod pack. There you go. Let's get a couple more of these as well. Okay, so if you don't know, the creative cell is literally full access to creative mode. Like, that's it. We're basically done. You will need a cell workbench to actually use it. And all you do is place in the ME store cell. And now let's say I want infinite creative chests. I drag that into the interface. And if we look in the terminal, oh wait, no, we have to take out the cell and actually put it in our drives. Now, if we look in our terminal, there's a little bit of that. Just a tiny bit. Oh man, that is absolutely insane. So there you have it. Project Ozone 3 has been conquered. And as per the poll, which I think right now GTNH is winning. I mean, wow. Yep, gonna have to play that now. Either that or Money Factory, of course. But I'm really hoping my performance won't be garbage in GTNH. I'm actually, even though I'm a little bit scared, I'm also excited to play that because of the new 2.8 update. Anyways, there's one last thing we need to do, and that's check the playtime. I think I did pretty well there. 302 hours. I would say that's a little bit faster than most. Probably not by much, but still, I'm proud of that. Anyways, with that, we're gonna wrap up the episode here. Don't forget that I am going to be releasing a mod pack review in a couple days. So if you're interested, that's gonna be a thing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and following me through this series. I've had so much fun making all of these videos. And honestly, if I wasn't recording this, I probably would have never finished the pack. By the time that I got to EMC is where I felt a little bit burnt out. But I'm honestly so glad I managed to pull through and actually finish it. So yeah, we'll come back next time to check out Grandma's Teeth, Nagging Horses, or Moni's Factory. But for now though, have a great rest of your day.